Welcome to the supporting video for the student written submission.
In this video you will hear views from lots of BU students.
Undergraduates,
postgrads,
mature students,
international,
part-time students,
and many more.
We spoke to a mix of both engaged and unengaged students.
We spoke to student reps,
exec,
clubs and societies,
volunteers,
and many more. We hope this gives you a good feel of what it's like to be a Bournemouth University student and hope you enjoy listening to our students' views.
In the first section, we asked our students what it was like to study on their course at BU.
Quality of teaching is great because for our course we need a high standard of teaching because animation techniques always have to be top notch because every year they just change and get updated. So yeah, the teachers do their best to leave us with the latest techniques to do stuff, and it works because the industry feedback is great, so we're going in the right direction.
Because I do nursing, most of them are still in practice, which is really nice because they can give you like more information on what practice is actually going to be like in the future.
On our course it's really good actually. There's a good range of previous experience in the industry, so that's really useful for us.
I love my lecturers. I really look up to them. Since I do communications and media, it's journalism, it's marketing, it's a very broad course, and every lecturer that we got, they cover at least one aspect of our course, and I've got so much respect for them, and they have become my friends because they're so good.
The teaching so far has been really good. The teachers get to know what they're talking about.
I think the lecturers on my course are very experienced. I respect, what they've got to say, and I think as long as you can apply yourself and read around the subjects, then you're going to do really well.
In my course, I think it's been pretty comprehensive actually. You get a good rundown of whether you reach certain targets, areas you can improve, and generally pretty much everyone I know in my course has stepped up each time from our feedback.
It can be quite inconsistent. Generally it's really good. Generally everyone gets it in within the 3 weeks, and it's normally constructive, which is good. There are a couple of lecturers that deviate from that, but I know there's stuff going on at the moment to put in principles of good feedback to make sure that everyone's uniform and all the lecturers are consistent in their feedback.
All of their feedback's always really descriptive, so you know exactly the good and bad points, where you did go wrong and where you did better, and they always give us the feedback quite quickly as well. They've always said that within the 3 weeks, and they have always done that, so we've never had feedback late or anything. So
I talk to a lot of people, obviously being on exec, for actually different courses, and they have really good feedback, but I feel personally being on law, I had an assignment not so long ago. It was a 1500 word, and I had a line back saying this is good, and I only got 57. It didn't really explain why I didn't get a very good mark, and I just think that needs to be improved a bit.
Some lecturers are really good, and they give lots of feedback in ways we can improve, but there are other lecturers where it's not always quite as detailed, so hopefully these new principles are good feedback that hopefully coming in will then make it more uniform and easy to interpret.
But as per se, like for us, none of the students on our course have actually said that they don't like the feedback. It's all been quite fair, and you do get sat down and walk through it, so yeah, it's quite fair feedback, and if there is any discrepancies or any issues that you don't think are fair, they will actually sit down and go through it again with you.
The support and advice from the staff on my course is amazing. They give up every hour that they possibly can to help us out. Always contactable via email, tutor sessions as much as we need if we need it, but at the same time they'll give you all that space that you need to do independent learning, so it's really good. You just feel like you're looked after, and you know that you've got someone you can go to, especially when you first come down, but then they give you that space to grow.
They're always there to guide you through, like if you have any problems you can just go and see their office or just drop them an email, and they're usually really helpful. Like if you've got a problem with like a mark on your assignment, they'll show you where you went wrong and advise you if you do actually need a remark and stuff like that.
I find it really helpful. Stuff like emailing, or if you've got any problems with the lectures, like you just go talk to them and they sort it out. Our lecturers are particularly good at emailing back straight away, and if you've got any problems like something with a deadline or something with like a course feature, it really helps. We've got the You're Brilliant award in SUBU as well, and we nominated one of our lecturers for it. We've nominated them 2 years in a row because we think they're that good. So it's just like something nice to give back.
I think the support and advice from staff is incredibly good. You can always go to them if you've got a question, or just send them an email, and they're really quick with emails as well. And the fact that they've got office numbers, so you just give them a call as well. So you can always speak to them somewhere.
Well, for me, being an international student, I actually got a lot of help before I came here, talking to our master's program directors, and they were just really accommodating, making sure that I felt comfortable with everything that they were offering here, and made sure that I was comfortable with how life was going to be here, and then just, I mean, the overall education. They really made sure that I understood everything and that I was going to be able to handle it once I arrived.
My lecturers at BU are really good. They're really easy to talk to, they're really easy to contact, like we can go up to their offices if we need to, and we can always email them, and they always reply back when they can. I mean, obviously they're still really busy with everyone else in the course, but you know, they are really good at feedback, and if you ever have any issues on the course, they are so easy to talk to. Like, I had quite a few issues last year with my dad being away a lot abroad, and my lecturers, I was so worried about talking to them, it affected all my work, and they were like, you should have just come to us and talked to us, and they were just so easy about it, and they gave me extensions. So.
Really good. We know exactly who our lecturers are, so we get to know the faces really well, and they openly encourage us to go and talk to them in their offices, any questions about feedback from assignments, so yeah, it's all really good. The opportunity for us to be able to reward them with something and just show how much we as like a class are appreciative of this is really good.
Amazing. I don't even need to take a pause. All my tutors are amazing, they're so helpful, because I've had all sorts of problems coming through college and uni, and even at uni they've understood, so any problems I've had they've always helped me.
Teaching wise, you know, there's always the online hub, you know, the new fashion of the online forums, you know, 24/7 you can type in a question and, you know, somebody will be looking on it and you can get answers for it straight away.
My course is excellent. It's the programme lead. I've worked quite well with everyone. It's a full-time course, so the first year you really are in university every day. There are quite a few courses that have got issues, but as part of the parents and the exec committee, these are the issues that we're working on now for timetabling, to reschedule, to help parents, to ease them into the university life.
It's actually quite effective. I can access my timetable for online through my BU, but also on the IBU app. They use every single day. It saved my life.
Timetabling's great. We've got, I mean, I was at Bournemouth and Poole College 2 years before this, and we had about 6 different timetables over the 2 years. But so far we've just had the one timetable on the HE course. The biggest problem we've had is the fact that it's now validated instead of franchised, so we've lost all access to BU facilities, where we no longer have a BU smart card or login, so the only place we can actually get onto computers is at North Road or at Lansdowne, but then they haven't got the software.
I think it would be a response to suggestions made on the organisation and management of my course. So I feel like from day one we've had sort of complaints regarding what we would say is fairly simple logistic things like timetabling and the way the assessments are spread out and getting feedback back in time, because the general course content and the support from the staff always scores really highly, but it's just the other stuff where everything seems to fall down, and I feel like it's the same complaints over and over.
Well, my sort of timetable is kind of fixed, so it doesn't really change a massive amount. But having said that, there are some difficulties. You know, everyone has difficulties, but you know, some lectures are a bit wide apart. So I would have to spend the whole day in Bournemouth, but in between I would have nothing to do. So there are days when it's like that, but you know, there's always the library who can go and do some extra work or something. You know, you always find something to do.
It's decent. I think they could communicate slightly more. Like, we've got a mock exam coming up this week, and we weren't really given the timetable for it until last Friday.
There's loads that you can use at BU. You can pop to the library and use one of the techno-booths, which is really helpful when you're doing group work, like massive screens, a bit of a novelty sometimes, but it's actually really useful to do that. And there's loads of space in the library. I don't usually have a problem trying to get somewhere to sit.
They're quite good, but strained at times, especially when it's busy in the library. Yeah, like you can't get on the computer or, well, print stuff off because you're in a queue waiting, but yeah, that's it.
I think the library is brilliant here. Like, there's so many different things there, and you can use like apps and stuff to locate books, and I find it so much easier like now that I've been able to use the app. So like the other day I had no idea where something was, and I just went to my app and found it straight away. Like, it's so easy to use, and you can book loads of booths and stuff in there. It's great for group work.
Find it really convenient, easy system to like borrow books and stuff like that. But one cons, like when it's like during the assignment period, some books are gone, and that's my only complaint. But I like it.
The resources at Bournemouth Uni I found to be very good. As a researcher, we have a personal librarian who we can contact anytime, but also when there's ever any requirements that we have, for instance lecture theatres, I find it quite easy to book them, subject to availability. I also do a lot of work with the laboratories, and I can book space in the laboratories without too much hassle.
I think it's the fact that we've got our own building. We're at the DDC, the Digital Design Centre, and the computers in there like the best throughout the college, and it's just for CGI, and I think that's great, having an area that's just for CGI students. I think a lot more HE courses could benefit from having their own area rather than sharing with other courses.
Getting involved in more clubs and societies and becoming a student rep has really improved my confidence, because I'm more involved with people, with the students and with the lecturers as well, so that boosts my confidence.
In terms of personal development, this is something that in the research community we try to promote, and the graduate school are very helpful with that. They are very open to giving us funding for any projects we might have. For instance, I recently just returned from China, where they funded me to go to China for 3 weeks to learn Mandarin. So there are a lot of opportunities for personal development.
Yes, they have. I've enjoyed going to both of the rep development schemes so far, and they've been an addition to what I've known and what I will use in the future as well. So
I've really got involved with the student union, so I've learned quite a lot of different skills such as leadership and working as a team.
I think there's so many opportunities to develop yourself academically and outside of it, so it can help you go on to find a further career. And also the placement schemes is what have attracted me here, and like the support I've had while applying for placements for next year have been absolutely unbelievable.
Yes, I've improved a lot when it comes to communication before coming to Bournemouth University. This has been down to things that SUBU have done, like the rep development scheme, and things on my course that have been helpful to promote that.
Yeah, definitely. On the law degree we get to do mock courtroom things and presentations, and I think that it's been able to really build my skills, and the staff have been brilliant with it.
I've really enjoyed in my second year getting into the rep system, because I know what's going on at the uni, and I feel like I'm more of a part of it than I was just in the first year just as a student, which is really good.
They've enhanced massively since I've been at BU. I've managed to push myself to boundaries that I didn't think that I could achieve, and been able to communicate both verbally and written much better than I thought, and learning English as I continue on has been a great improvement on myself.
Yeah, absolutely. So from first year, the SUBU were providing the leadership programme, so I did a few things on that, some of those workshops that were really, really helpful. And then compulsory part of my course is to go on placement year, so we have professional development advisors that stay with us throughout the whole of the placement year, provided by BU, and that stuff has been really, really important. And then ongoing right into my final year, I've become part of the rep system, and we have ongoing rep development training, from our weekend rep training away as school reps to the ongoing schemes provided on campus, which are really helpful in that sense.
Yeah, we wanted more contact with the lecturers, and they've created open door policies. And also we wanted more work experience, because it's extremely important for psychology students. That's one of the main things master's job applications ask for. The volunteer hub has really been expanded, and we've got lots of work experience now.
I know that on my course that a lot of effort is put into making sure that the students have lectures at times that suit them. We, at the beginning of the year, we had a survey sent out saying sort of like, is the timetable good for you, and is there anything that they can change? And I know a lot of lecturers have made changes to sort of the times of their lectures for students who can't make them.
My flatmate, she
tweeted BU with a picture of a sandwich saying that there wasn't enough meat in it, and they replied, and now there is enough meat, and also she got vouchers.
The first year I was here, I had problems with my funding from the NHS, who said that I wasn't qualified to be entitled to be on the course, so they stopped on my bursary. I'd moved to Bournemouth with 3 children as a single parent, lived in uni accommodation, and then was told, no, you shouldn't be on the course. And with the help of SUBU, this all got sorted out and rectified. And it was wonderful just to know that I could offload onto somebody rather than trying to do it all by myself.
Again, we're in programme meetings and stuff like that, and if you've got any issues, we talk to them, and it's kind of like all of your teachers and all of the people who run your programme. And we had an issue where we didn't feel connected to the media school, and considering like PR is one of the biggest things to come from this uni, like other unis have drawn from our course to create theirs, we thought it was kind of, we didn't really like that. So we brought that up and we talked to our lecturers about it, and this year they've actually put in another kind of unit around using stuff in the media school so that we know what to do with it, and every single person on my course has loved it. They've each received a 4-hour session where they learn about videos, photos, editing, and it makes us more prepared for our future careers.
One of the times they really did help me out was I had the opportunity to speak at the national conference last year, April 2011, and I had a deadline on the same day that I was going to go and speak, and they allowed for me to move my deadline further back so that I could go there, because I explained to them it's a great opportunity for me to work on another of my skills, public speaking.
Communication is great. We have regular seminars, feedback goes through the student rep system, and in my school is really good. We have You Said We Did regularly, where students can just feedback and actions are taken based on what the students say. There was a particular lecture, I think it was biology, which was scheduled at a really inconvenient time in the timetable, so the feedback went back and that lecture was actually rescheduled.
So that was some of our students speaking about the quality of their course here at VU.
This is how we reward the Bournemouth University staff when students think they're brilliant.
The student reps tell us what they think about Bournemouth University and staff, right. And your students and your student reps have told us what they think about you, and we're very pleased to say that they think you're brilliant.
All right, thank you very much.
Good or bad? Well, what they have to say is that you always smile from behind the counter and give a warm good morning and ask how their day is, and you do amazing coffee as well. Your students think you're brilliant, so congratulations. There's a mug that says, I'm brilliant, my students say so, so have a cuppa on us. Thank you. Congratulations.
We then asked students what was the best thing about being a BU student.
And what they would change about it if they could.
Probably both the rep system and the contact with the lecturers. The rep systems give me so much confidence. I've met so many people, and the contact with the lecturers has helped me decide my career path.
It's got to be placement. It's really good fun, and they always give you a big variety to go on.
Everyone's been really friendly. I really like it. All the administrators and all the lecturers have been really nice, and I felt like they see us as colleagues rather than students that they're teaching.
I would say meeting so many people when you get to uni, it's mad like fresh to just meet so many people, getting involved with clubs and societies and with SUBU.
I think the best thing has been that I've been able to develop myself by myself and push myself both physically in activities such as leg it, where you really do have to try and see how much you can survive to a condensed exam period. So knowing that I can achieve academically as well and push myself and do well has been really good.
I don't have much of an experience at BU, I study at a partnership institute, but the best thing about Bournemouth Uni for me is being so involved in SUBU. I've got a job with the student nightclub, obviously doing the reps. I love it. I love just meeting the different people
all connected to that.
I like how there are so many different students and it's such a big community, but you do feel like you get to know people and staff are always friendly, and I've never felt kind of lost here, even though there are so many people. So I really enjoy that feeling, and I can go up to people and ask them, and obviously student reps all wear their purple hoodie, so if I've got questions I know exactly who to find. They're really identifiable.
The best thing about my BU experience is the amount of things I've been able to get involved in, like being an exec officer. I'm also part of the rowing team, which is something I would have never dreamed of doing. Like, I wouldn't have joined that at home, so I just saw the new experiences.
During my undergraduate course, I got to do practical in the retreat kitchen, which was really fun and fantastic. And also I became a student rep and a school rep, and that has really helped improve my experience. I've met more people and boost my confidence.
I think just general uni life, like I got involved with Nerve Radio, I'm part of the gym and I go training and do a lot of BU sports, so I generally get involved in university life.
It's just meeting all the different people here. I know that there's a lot of collaboration between courses in the media school, and that's been fantastic.
All the friends and Nerve and the friends and maybe my course, but certainly the friends. I've made some good friends.
I think the people, to be honest. I mean, Bournemouth University is a lovely place, like the buildings, aesthetics and stuff like that. But all the people are so friendly and just generally helpful as well.
Basically just getting to learn, getting to know a whole lot of new people, you know, a lot of new experiences which I wouldn't have done back at home. So yeah, no, that's
probably the support I've had from SUBU. There's never been a kind of an idea or a project that I've wanted to start that I haven't had the support from SUBU. So my first year I set up a dance society, which has just gone from strength to strength, which is really good. Being involved in the rep system, just events on campus, all that sort of stuff. You can always get involved in things.
Probably the social life. Met loads of people in my first year, like in halls and stuff, and yeah, and going out and stuff. It's just amazing in Bournemouth.
Probably to compare myself with lots of international people, because especially in the animation frameworks, the best talents usually comes from Eastern Europe, and there are lots of them here in the uni. And it's great how they can share their advice and their philosophy of work with me.
Well, it's a toss-up between the beach and probably I enjoyed my placement year. That was good fun.
It would be the ability to talk to other people. You get to meet so many different people from so many different backgrounds.
BU gives me the chance to put loads of stuff on my CV. It's the nav, it's the fire station, it's being part of exec. It's so many opportunities to actually fill my CV with stuff that's useful for my future career.
Being a part-time and mature student, I found it quite daunting to actually come into the university after being out of education for 20 years. So I found the best part about coming into BU was the ease at which I managed to integrate and how accessible everyone is and how friendly everyone is.
It's good. It's a great social place to meet people. Obviously, I'm up in the radio industry, which is quite good for me up here in Nerve. Know quite a few people, and it's a great place to look forward in my career.
The best thing about my experience at Bournemouth University has got to be my involvement with the extracurricular activities such as clubs and societies through the student union. I've been appointed part of the exec board at the student union, as well as I am the maintenance director for the university boat club. So I do a lot of rowing, I look after the boats for the boat club, and I generally take part in all of the social activities that come with that.
I found lots of supports from university and student union for myself and to express my idea that it feels like that I can make a change. I found lots of various activities that are available here to improve my skills and my personality as well.
The independence, definitely moving away from home, being able to be in control of my own life and my own learning at the uni as well, I think has been brilliant.
To be honest, like to work with different kind of people from different cultural background is kind of fun, and I think it's really good for my life experience.
I think it's just making friends. I really like kind of talking to people and getting to know them, and obviously it's with my choice of course, but literally I didn't realise how many people I knew until I came back for second year, and it's kind of like everyone just likes each other here, and it's not perfect but nowhere is, and I wouldn't have gone to any other uni.
I think access to BU facilities, I think that's what every single student on the course says they want. They want a BU login, so like we can come here, because I think this has got the 24-hour library at Sutherland House, but we can't use it, so I think that's what most students want, is a BU login or a smart card.
I honestly wouldn't change anything. In my rep meeting, so many things have been changed already. Our feedback's brilliant now. We get so much help, so with our course and everything like that, we're all really happy, nothing to complain about.
I started off at Partner College. I wish I'd come here first instead, so I got really involved a bit earlier.
More buses. The U1 buses, there isn't many from where I live in Boscombe, and I think there should be more of them.
Probably just the communication between the campuses. There's so many of them, especially we're being moved to North Road soon, so we really need to be able to communicate still with the Talbot campus and the student union and stuff easily. I feel like that could really be made a bit better, but I know that's something everyone is aware of.
Probably to promote the rep system more, so that reps were proud of their job, because they are really important in SUBU and in the uni, and they do a really good job, and I think if more people were proud of what they do, then it would just get more student representations forward.
There's a bus that schedules on a timetable to come, but it doesn't come. But that's not actually the uni, so honestly, I don't think I'll change much at all. I can't really think of anything changes.
We are at the moment trying to improve the childcare facilities with inset days, make the uni more child friendly, and encourage parents to come down and involve the children in their university experience.
Probably having lectures on a Wednesday afternoon, because sometimes it's like, oh, I want to go and get involved in varsity and stuff like that, but I can't.
I think communication between academics. In the last week I've had two friends come up to me confused as to why they have to pay £10 to get an exam paper back when the policy changed recently, but that hasn't been spread to all academics, so maybe improve the communication there.
I'd like a few more days off, I think, as a master's student.
It would probably be the access to the university. If you're a cyclist, it's very difficult to get to the university, and you have to cross a number of major roads, which can be a bit dangerous, particularly at night time, where there are no signs necessarily on the road that warn motorists that there might be cyclists or pedestrians crossing.
As a sports student, I'd say more sports facilities, because we've only got the gym's quite nice, the rest is quite dodgy.
In my experience, I've really enjoyed everything that's happened here. Maybe library opening hours just a bit longer on the weekends, because a lot of people quite like it then because it's peaceful, so to be able to come in there a bit later would be really good.
As I already said about feedback, it's probably the only thing I change, but except for that I'm really happy with everything I received so far at Bournemouth, and I'm really happy to be here.
That for every good thing that happens for students, they really hear about it, because there's often times where something amazing has happened, or something, a real good shift, or something that's going to be really positive for the future, but some of the reps have got so many people to tell that not everyone hears.
Community spirit, really. I think obviously with so many students it's difficult, but maybe sort of bring more of a community aspect into the university.
It would be the collaboration between campuses. A lot of the students from Talbot campus don't really know what goes on at Lansdowne and likewise, so I think I'd do a lot to bring them together.
Possibly the buses. I don't like the buses. I hate the buses in first year. They're so unreliable.
I just make things cheaper for everyone, like in Dylan's and the student shop. Just because we're students, I can't afford it.
I think there are a lot more capability here in university and student union to support international students to make the most of their life.
Well, if I'm thinking of one thing, I would really like BU to bring back the climbing wall, because I remember I was doing rock climbing on first year and I had lots of fun with it. Now they took it down to improve the gym, which is great because the new gym is amazing, but I would really like the climbing wall back.
It'd be the communication between course leaders and the students themselves. In my course particularly, it has been unfortunately not as good as it could be.
The common room might be nice, BU student card,
Just get discount bus fares as well. Getting the bus to Poole every day and back.
I would probably change the front of Poole House. It's quite a horrible sight, so...
I would like to get more international students involved in more clubs and societies, and to get involved with the school rep system.
A bit more space, and I know you can't do that in like a couple of days or like a year or two, but I'd just like a bit more space to like utilise at uni, like more additional learning spaces, more computers maybe, because on certain days and when everyone has a deadline at the same time, you can't get a computer in the library sometimes.
To have more field trips on my course.
I think it would probably be along the lines of making small groups of students feel more involved in induction. For example, in my role as mature and part-time rep on SUBU, I really want to make that experience better for future students, because there wasn't enough for that group in my induction.
That's difficult now because I've only been here for half a year, but at the moment there's nothing I would change.
Perfect.
Since I'm an international student, not international but within the EU, I found it hard to be accepted into the society. Just having some welcoming procedures and making it easier to find friends in the beginning, that would make it easier.
To be honest, I really like it. Wouldn't change anything.
As you can see from the video, loads of our students have really nice things to say around teaching, learning and assessment and feedback, and it's such a positive thing to see.
It's also great that some of the best things about them being at BU is that they just love being here. There's a real community feel, and they've met some amazing friends, and they just love studying at Bournemouth University.
There are still a few issues in the university, and all of that feedback feeds into us, and we help the university improve on it strategically.
So we will get there, working together in partnership to make the experience as best as it can be for all students.
We feed into the university's strategic plan, and they help us achieve our vision that by 2016 we'll have a positive impact upon every BU student's journey.